Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed and Fermented. Yes, my name is John. We're going to be doing this Sextant 2018 Cabernet Sauvignon Paso Robles. So I don't know why they don't list on the label what kind of oak it's been aged and how long it's been aged. What are the grapes? Because this says Cabernet Sauvignon, but in the United States, in order to be listed as varietal, you only have to have 75% of that grape in it. This only has to contain 75% Cabernet Sauvignon. It could contain 100, but it can't contain 74. But it can contain between 75 and 100. So I looked it up here, and it said up to a year. It said it was aged a year in new and used French oak, and the grapes Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Zinfandel. So, has to be at least 75% Cabernet Sauvignon. Then there's some amount of Zinfandel and Pinot Noir making up the other 25%. Yeah, so that's all I need to know. You know why that's important? Because if you start drinking a lot of wine, and you have one, and you, maybe it's French oak or new French oak or used, and you like it, and maybe it may not be that it's the oak. There's a lot of things going on, but maybe it is. You start getting a pattern. You start getting a pattern of the blends of wines. You're like, man, I like Cab, I like it with a little Merlot or a little this or a little that. So that's why I like to know what's going on. This is, I believe it was 14, the usual 14.5. So 13.5 is about an average Cab, so it's a little higher at 14.5. Once again, they could be up to 1.5 percentage up or down on what they list on the label. You know, I don't make the rules, folks. I try and live with them. Nice dirty glass. I'm about to eat some pasta. I just made some penne pasta, right? And I'm going to put some ricotta on it, mix some ricotta on it. A little bit of tomato sauce, and that's it. Nothing fancy. I might bake it. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, here it is. All right, here it is. Nice dark red is all I can tell you, right? Cannot see through it. Just dark. Dark red, dark purple, whatever you want to call it. Not important. Oh, and that is a jam fest, a berry fest. Yeah. When I say jam, a mixed fruit jam, right? Jam. Where you have all that mixed fruit smell, and you know how jam. And then you got the sweetness of a jam, smell-wise. Vanilla. See, that's nice. Oh, I just poured that in there. I took this out my aerator. Didn't use it. I opened this. Anyway, it's fine. I'm getting a kiss of the oak, and I mean just not a lot at all. All right, let's see what the tannin's like. Let's see what the acidity is like, and then let's see what flavors come shining through. All right, cheers, my friends. Let's get that acclimation sip, and while I'm getting my mouth ready, don't forget the sub. I'll have the Cabernet Sauvignon playlist attached to my first comment, which I will have pinned. And I'll have the Cabernet Sauvignon playlist. I do everything that has anything to do with alcohol. Check out my playlist. I also do a famous Sunday morning coffee. Now let's go in for the kill. All right, here's the deal. Before I get into flavor, medium plus acid, medium plus tannin. Nice mouthfeel, rich, creamy. This will age a while. Okay, acidity and tannin are two things that'll make it age. I did open this yesterday, which is good. It could be used to be softened up. It can use to be either decant it roughly, or aerate it for sure to break up those tannins, because this thing will probably age for a couple of years if done correctly. It's got a lot of structure to it. Now, as far as the taste, very dry. But it does have a nice fruit on the tongue. It's about the mid palate to the middle of the tongue. Does have a little bit of the wood influence in there, and it has some dried fruits as well to go with like the fresh fruit. Jam is a fresh fruit, you know, kind of fresh smelling fruits, but dried fruits, when I talk about dried fruits, you know, like figs and stuff like that. Also, what I think I'm picking up here, a little bit of bitter walnut. So it's interesting. Just opening up the thing will help a little bit, but just a little bit of airspace in the bottle isn't going to do anything. If you drink it down past the neck, it's a little better. As far as getting some air to it, I would really decant it or pour it in the glass roughly. And I mean roughly, I don't mean be nice about it. I mean pick it up to about here and let that hit and bubble. If you have an aerator, use it and pour that rough. Pour it at least a half an hour before dinner if you can, or decant it a half an hour to an hour before dinner. It'll do wonders for it, really will. So it's a nice wine, you know, it's got nice structure, it's balanced, it's got some nice flavors in it, it's going to age a little while. It is about, I believe, go from about 17, 18 to 22 should be in the range where this is. I know it's a big range, but different stores. I paid $17.99. Different regions, different stores, okay? You know, it could go up to 22. 25, you know, would be tops for it. I mean, it drinks like a $25 bottle of wine. There's no problem with it, but that's what I paid. Don't always go by that. From Distilled, Brewed, and Reviewed. It's going to go good with my pasta tonight. Yes, it will, and I'm going to enjoy it. So, thank you for being here. Hopefully you give me a sub, give me a comment, right? Thumbs up or down, either way. Helps the analytics all the same. And I will see y'all on the next one. Check out those playlists now. I'm not kidding you when I say that.